Hello friends, welcome back to Techno Tips Learning, and I'm here with a new video, and the video is on group managed service accounts. How do you use group managed service accounts to schedule a task? So earlier in a video I created a complete video on managed service accounts where we talked about standalone managed service accounts and group managed service accounts. And in this, we will run a scheduled task with the group managed service accounts. So actually, I was creating a video on Office 365 and moving to the cloud. However, I got a comment from one of the viewers that thank you. No, this is comment. Did you ever create another video on schedule task with managed service accounts? So as I was not keeping well, I promised that I'll create a video, and after doing a bit of research on managed service account, I'm here with the video. I do not have a kind of presentation for it because I just finished up testing in my lab environment, and uh, I have deleted all the settings as well. Now we will demonstrate on how to create a group managed service account and schedule a task with it. So I have a sample task for it as well. I'll provide you with the scripts. Moreover, there is a website that I'm running for mm, technical blogs. So whatever videos I put in a description, I put it on my technical blogs. So I'll put the description. In the description, I'll put the link, and you can always go to bycues.com. You can comment there. You can join there, join the discussion through comments. I have not created a kind of forum on it. Earlier it was, but it did not went that popular, and I did an overhauling of the website. So now that website you can go, and the scripts that I'll put you can actually copy paste or download from my website. So that is a kind of promotion as well that I'm doing. However, so we'll go ahead with the group managed service accounts. So when we talk about the group managed service accounts, so earlier there were standalone managed service accounts with 2008 R2, but they can so standalone service accounts were good for running the services that I showed in my last video as well. And but with the group managed service accounts, what happens is a single group managed service account can be used on multiple hosts. You can use it on multiple PCs, and it can run scheduled tasks. And these tasks like IIS application pool, SQL Server 2012, and other apps, they will run fine with the group managed service accounts. So that was an introduction. Now we will go ahead and look into practicals. And after a long time, I turned on my environment here. So you see the DNS server as you have seen in all my videos. So this is the DNS server I'm running. This is the domain controller, and this is a client machine. So my basic goal is to create the group managed service accounts in um, the domain controller and run the schedule task on a client PC. It would be easy to run the managed service, the schedule task on another domain controller, but it would be a bit tricky to run it on a client machine. So I'll show you on a client machine, and then you can move to a server where you want to run, and that depends upon you. I can give you a kind of a path, a demonstration, which you can implement. You can change and implement it in your scenario. All right, so before we proceed, I'll request you to subscribe to this channel because that gives an encouragement to me to create more videos. And do put in comments if any other video you want, because this video that I'm creating today is inspired through a comment. So let us go ahead and start the video. So okay, as I do not have a presentation, I'll open a notepad for you. And the step one would be, yeah, these are the material for my other YouTube channels. So um, first step one would be we will create a key distribution service, and it should be one per domain. Okay, so we will, to do this, we will go to our domain controller, and we will type, sorry, we will type get kds root key and run it. So you see that nothing is returned here. Okay, so we'll have to create a new, it would be add kds root key and run it. So see, this root key is created, and if I run again the get kds root key, I get the root key. Right now, on per domain there should only be one kds root key. By mistake, if you have created multiples, I'll show you how to delete them as well. Now what happens, the if you create a new kds root key, it will take 10 hours to replicate. uh, 10 hours to replicate. So there is a trick to reduce those 10 hours. So we will use that command, and this is the command: add kds root key effective get date add hours minus 10. Now this command you should run in a lab environment. Like I have a lab environment. In actual production environment, you should not run it like this. You should get the complete time for a KDS root key to replicate over the complete domain. So let us run this command. Okay, now if I do KDS root key, I see two root keys here. Right now what happens is, if as recommended, you should have only one KDS like root key on your sorry, on per domain. In one domain you can have one KDS root key. Now we will see, like we have created multiple root keys. What we will do is we will go ahead and delete the KDS all the, and we'll create a fresh. So you have to open ADSI edit. So this is ADSI edit, right click, run as administrator. And okay, I have removed, let me remove it. And when you go ADSI edit connect to, you see you need to select configuration from here. Select a well-known naming context. You need to select configuration. You click on OK. So it opened configuration window. So you go to CN configuration DC root local. Now you go to CN services. After you go to CN services, CN group key distribution service. If you go there, you see CN master root keys. So you see both the KDS there. So right click and delete, and right click and delete. Right. I would just wanted to show you, because if you are stuck, if you make a mistake, this is how you can correct it. My videos will be long and boring, but yeah, I do not want to leave any aspect or anything behind. So now if I run get KDS root key, I do not get anything there because I have deleted them from ADSI edit. Now add KDS root key effective time get date add hours minus 10. I create this. Right now get KDS root key, I get it there. I okay, ADSI edit I have closed, no problem. But when you go to the path that I showed you, you'll find it there. So this KDS root key is created and we can find it there. Now What we need to do is we need to create a new AD service account. The command is here. I'll give it the command to you. So you can go to my website and copy this command. New AD service account name. So I'll keep a name as G test manage service account 1. G test MSA 1. FQDN would be G test MSA 1 and suffixed by your domain dot root dot local. Principals allow to retrieve manage password. Now who can retrieve the, because you are not going to set any password, so the password management happens automatically as we discussed in our last video on service account, manage service accounts. So who can access? So there is a group name here. So principal principals are allowed to retrieve manage password. We have to put the group here. Now let us see how do we make this group, or how do we use the group. So this is my root client. Its name is CPC host name, or I can do CMD and type host name, and I see CPC is the name of this PC. So in Active Directory domain services, let us see computers, we have CPC here. And all right, by default it is a member of domain computers. So this is a group that we will use in while creating this. So let us see, we'll put domain computers. Okay, now remove the new line character, and server principal name will not put, because service principal names will not put, because I only have one PC here, and any machine that is added to the domain automatically becomes a member of domain computer. So let us see if we can run it. And identity input for external attribute principal allow could not be resolved. Okay, computers. Okay, so now it successfully, so I was missing an S there, it successfully created. So let us see in here. All right, let me refresh and go to manage service accounts. Okay, we do not see that account, so let us refresh. Okay, get ms G test MSA1, it's created now. And if you view advanced feature is on, so right click and do properties. You can see the properties of this account, security and attribute editor. Now because this service account will run on PCs, other PCs, uh, to run a kind of bad job, this is a recommendation that I'll give you, because when you run these PCs, this like codes with this service account, you need to provide a group policy, or you need to add a group policy, so that this account is added to all the PCs in the domain as log on for bad jobs. So uh, to run the bad jobs, so how do we achieve that? So we'll go to root.local, and maybe we will create an organizational unit, and we will name this organizational unit uh, client PCs. Okay, and click on OK. Now this is an organizational unit created. Now you go to computers, right click, move to client PCs. Okay, so now if you go to this OU, you say this CPC. If you still a member of domain computers, so click on OK. Now how do we do the how do we apply the group policy for this PC? So g.msc, right click, run as administrator. So you see this group policy, this is the domain, this is your root.local domain, and you see this OU is appearing here, right? So you right click and create a GPO in this domain and link it here. Again, when you if you have your forest added, so you'll see in domains, you'll see your domain and you'll see your OUs. So right click, create a GPO and link it here. So we'll name it something, group policy for group managed service accounts. Let us name it, and now you go ahead, right click and edit. Now you go to policies, Windows settings, security settings. In security setting, you go to account policies, sorry, local policies. So in security settings, you go to local policies, user right assignments, and here you see log on as bad job. Define these policy setting, add user or group, and here we will add our uh, the group the managed service, the group managed service accounts that we have created. So what is the name of this group managed service account? I keep on forgetting. G-test MSA. So okay, let us see. Go to properties and copy paste from here. It is always good idea to verify, but I forget. So okay, we'll put it here and do a check names, and I see this added and click OK. So it got added here. Click on OK, apply, OK. So when you apply this group policy on the OU and client PCs, it get applied to all the PCs. All right. So we have this configured. Now we go to our client PC, and as we will do a kind of scripting to run a scheduled task. So this was already created. So local disk C, I have created this folder name as scripts. So I will delete it so that I can start fresh. So you right click and go to properties and go to security, and here you need to edit and add and built-in security object types. You need to select service accounts. You can select, and it is group test. Just check names and see if it comes. Yeah, gtest MSA1. Okay, and if you highlight it, you give it like kind of full control or the access which is required, so that this service account can access this folder. Now in this we will create a kind of not a kind of a PowerShell command to create a log file. Okay, now click OK. So this is the script. This is the script to create the schedule task. So we'll put the command like we'll create this PowerShell code to create a log file. I'll show you. I'll give you this code, and this code you can find from my website as well. I'll put the link. So this is the code. So what it does, it first gets the timestamp in YYMMDD is this format, and it creates a log file, and it is basically creating a file in this folder scripts. So if I run this script, yes, and no, wait, I did close or what? Okay, And see, this is creating a task log file here. So these files are getting created. All right, so this PowerShell code is running. All right, it is asking me to save. Yes, and I will save it as scripts and untitled ps1. Okay, let me, this is scheduled task that ps1 save, and then this file is like log file creator.ps1. Okay, so these two files are saved. Now if I, let us see what happens if I run this file, log file creator. So basically I'm testing if it is working manually or not. So run with PowerShell, and it created a log file. Run with PowerShell, and it is creating a log file, and let us delete it. Now we will create a schedule task. Now when you go through your when you go through GUI, sorry, the graphical user interface to create the schedule task, what happens? It will ask for a password. So let us see if we can do that. So task scheduler, if we go and we'll try creating a task, create a task and change user or group and g test group manage service account 1 and check, it will not be able to fetch because it needs to check if it can fetch the password or not. So that account is created. Okay, and we created a kind of, this batch file is created. So now what we need to do is we need to reboot this machine because we have created a group policy. So we'll do gp update slash force because now gp update slash force and updating the policy. Okay, it failed. Following errors encountered. Okay, let us run it again. So it fails, never mind, because it is failing for other parameters that you can fix in your environment. For this to work, we will just go ahead and reboot the machine. There are many things. It is a vast world. If you try to explore Active Directory, all the accounts, it will definitely take years you to master it. And I'm really not a master. But yeah, I work on my problem solving skills. So if you ask me a question, I might not know the answer, but definitely I'll try to find it till the time like there is a small amount of hope. So while creating this video, I tried the managed service accounts, and after 8 hours of practice, you can say, or 8 hours of research, I got to this point when I'm confident enough to create a video and hope you like it. So definitely put a comment if you like it, like the video, subscribe the channel. That would encourage me as well. So it is running, logging in, applying the group policy. I hope so because this group policy was created for client PCs. And if I go to edit and policies, Windows settings, security settings and local policies, user right assignments, log on as a bad job, and I see this account there, so nothing to worry about. Hope it will work. So now we open our PowerShell to create a bad job, because now you cannot create the bad job or schedule task through GUI. So I'll show you, nothing to worry about. I'll show you why you cannot create it through GUI, because it asks for a password and you don't have the password. So this is not the full script that I have created. Okay, I'll give you the full script here and walk through the script as well, maybe if I understand. So task name is, yeah, it just started, mouse is not smooth. Let me go ahead with it. Task name, what should I give the name? Uh, Group manage service account test file. Do not make it too complicated. The script path, we have to give the script path here. So what is our script path? We'll go to the folder, local disk C, and scripts log file creator .ps1 and copy as path. Okay, dollar, this is the variable root, and the test account is, again I forgot, no problem, we'll go to dsa.msc or okay, don't know why do I keep on forgetting. So it is g test manage service account 1, and I believe it is correct. So okay, okay, if you want to be sure, this is the account, the test account. My mouse is freezing. Okay, so you get test ad service, test ad service account identity, this one. Maybe I remove test root. Let us see. Okay, it is true. So this is the correct account. Sorry for taking this time, because okay, action is new schedule task as action, execute PowerShell.exe, and it will take the script path as argument. Trigger new schedule at logon. Every logon, it will trigger the schedule task. Principal, new schedule task principal, user ID, logon type is password, and run level highest. Settings, allow to start if no batteries. This is arguments. Register, this is the registering the schedule task. Verify the task creation, silently continue, fail to create, task created successfully. So it should now do it. So let me run it, and no mapping between account name and security ID was done. Why? Because we missed the dollar here. So task created successfully. All right. So I'll take this, because you see dollar, I missed a dollar and it did not create. So you have to put it in a dollar format. It created the task. So now we go to task scheduler and we see that task created. So we'll go task scheduler library, group MSA test at logon of any user. Now, if you go to its properties, you see change group or user. If you try to change it, or anything you want to change here, okay, it will ask for a password. For a group managed service account, you don't know the password. So you cannot do it through GUI. This is so you have to do it through PowerShell. Now, with PowerShell, what you can do is you can modify as per your requirement. I have given you a sample, and on my website, you can get this PowerShell codes as well. So I'll put the link in the description. So let us now, it is set to run on logon of any user. So close everything. This is done. No, I do not want to save this because this file I'll give it to you and refresh, and it is time to test. To test, first let me go to this PC, local disk C, scripts, and there is no file created, right? All right, so we'll go administrator, sign out. I have my fingers crossed because you never know when your code or when your setting fails. But last time I was able to do it. No. Okay. Okay, so welcome. The screen is logging in. Let us see. All right. Now I have logged into the PC. Now we'll not check anything else. We'll go to this PC, local disk C, scripts, and there you see the file. It created the file. So with a group managed service account, your schedule task is running well and good. So that was a success. I don't know why this Teams. So okay, if this Teams is coming up on your PC as well, you can go to Startup Apps and Microsoft Edge. No, the Teams. You can disable Teams. Next time it won't show up. All right, so we'll do another test. I am enjoying it and hope you're enjoying this too. So we'll go to administrator and we'll do a sign out. And why group managed service accounts are secure? Because there is no password. It is all managed, communicated between the PC which is running it and the domain controller. And it is secure. Password is incorrect. And you do not get this problem, password is incorrect. When you have a group managed service accounts, it is good to run a scheduled task or services with group managed service accounts. Okay, I have logged in again, so I should have another file. This PC, local disk C, scripts. Now I have second file. You can check the timestamp 213905, 219, yeah, 93905. So that was it. We learned in this video how do we create the key distribution service, how do we delete it from ADSI edit if you have multiple KDS, how do we create a group managed service account, how do we provide it the access rights to run to log on as a batch job on your client PCs. Then we scheduled a task and yeah we ran it and it triggered well. It is creating the file now. I think that is complete. So my friend who asked me to create a video on group managed service accounts, you like it, you can customize your PowerShell code and your uh, you can use my schedule task.ps1. Exactly, it is just changing few attributes there, making few changes, but you have to create your own kind of. My PowerShell script is just creating a log file. You can create a complex PowerShell code and save it and then schedule a task. maybe monitoring how the login is working, who is logging into the machine. All these things you can do. So I think we are good now. Great. So that was it. Keep watching, like the video. If you really liked it, subscribe, do comment. Thank you and good night.